What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. So I have some good news to share with you guys when it comes to the food index, when it comes to the cost of food. So that's what we're going to focus on in this video. But first off, you guys can do me a favor. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that little bell notification, and then click all. By clicking all, you'll get notified every day. And also consider joining our membership. If you join our membership, you'll get customized emojis as well as custom badges, and you'll show some support for the channel. Okay, so let's go ahead. I want to show you guys my illustration. You guys know I like doing illustrations. And what I'm going to do, instead of showing you the Bureau of Labor Statistics that I show you guys every month, I have this little illustration that I'm going to use every month and show you. I don't know. I'm more of a visual person, so when I see things, I can remember them better. But if I'm just seeing words on a page, it's harder for me to remember. So I'm going to try this. Hopefully this works, and we'll continue to do this every month. But we're still going to talk about the food category every month, but I want to try something a little bit different. You guys let me know in the comments below if you like this better than me just showing you a PDF of information. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look here. So we are talking about April. Now, the reason that we're talking about April is because when it comes to the Consumer Price Index, it's going to be the month prior. Okay, so it's not going to be the month that we're in. We're gathering information for May, and then in June, we'll get that information for May. And so that's why we're talking about April now. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at April, the April numbers. When it comes to all food items, okay, so all food items, we saw the year over year, a 2.2% increase, and we saw the month over month a 0.2% increase. Now, let me explain this to you guys. If you guys don't watch my channel on a regular basis, you might not understand how the CPI works and what these numbers really mean. So basically what we're saying when we're talking about year over year, that means that all food items are 2.2% more than they were last year, okay? And then when it comes to month over month, that means that from March to April, we're looking at a 0.2% increase on all food items, okay? So now we're going to take a look at some of the specific categories. So looking at food at home. Now, food at home, that's when you go to the grocery store. So you're going to the grocery store buying products, that's food at home. So food at home overall, we're looking at 1.1% increase year over year and a 0.1% increase month over month. Okay, now let's move into specific items. Okay, so I won't say specific items, but a category of items. So looking at a category of cereal and bakery products, we're looking at 0.6% year over year, and then a month over month of 0.3%. Okay, so you see that there's a slight increase when it comes to cereals and bakery products. Now, what's important when it comes to cereals and bakery products, first off, a lot of people eat cereal for breakfast, so those prices we want to pay attention to, as well as when it comes to bread and bakery products, it's in everything, okay? So when it comes to the grains and things like that, we are consuming this all the time, all day, every day. So we want to pay attention to this category. Now, let's take a look at meats, poultry, fish, and eggs. Okay, so we saw a year over year increase of 1%. Now, this is good news right here, okay? The good news is that we saw a month over month decrease of 0.1%. So we saw a decrease from March to April, and so that is good. That's really good news. Now, let's move forward to dairy and related products. Dairy and related products, we saw a decrease. So minus 1.3% year over year. So dairy and related products is 1.3% less than it was last year. So that's good news. Now, when we're looking at month over month, we did see a slight increase of 0.5%. Okay, moving forward to fruits and vegetables, we saw an increase of 1.7% year over year. And then when we're looking at month over month, we saw a decrease. Okay, so minus 0.2%. So that's good. That's a good indicator there when it comes to fruits and vegetables. Okay, non-alcoholic beverages and beverage materials, year over year, we saw an increase of 2.3%. So that means that last year items were 2.3% less than what they are now when it comes to non-alcoholic beverages, but we saw good news when it comes to month over month. We saw a minus 0.3%. Okay, now moving to other food at home items, we saw a 1.4% increase year over year, and then we saw a 0.4% month over month increase. Now, looking at food away from home. Now, we're talking about fast food, we're talking about restaurants and things like that, okay? So when we're looking at that, this is always high, and I think we're starting, it is coming down. It has started to come down, and I think it will continue to come down. Just looking at the latest reports, looking at McDonald's and some of these other fast food restaurants saying that we have to go back to, they're going to be doing a promotion. McDonald's is going to be doing a promotion, bringing back the value meals and things like that. So they realize that people they're over it. They're over it when it comes to the price of items. And I'm specifically talking about fast food. I'm not talking about restaurants. But when we're talking about fast food, the prices have really skyrocketed. And people are starting to say, no, we're not going to do it anymore. We're not going to these fast food restaurants. And so now the fast food restaurants realize that they're going to have to make some changes. So that's good. That's good for the consumer. That means that prices will probably come down. But right now, looking at year over year, it's 4.1% more. Okay, so last year it was 4.1% less than it is right now. Looking at month over month, we saw a 0.3% increase. Okay, so hopefully this makes sense to you guys. I like to do these every month, but it is boring when you're just looking at the PDF, and when you can look at an illustration, I think it just makes it a little bit more interesting. So you guys let me know in the comments below. But overall, when it comes to food, I think this is good news. I think we're looking at a situation now where food items will start to go down, at least go down a little bit more, because prices are very, very high. Going to the grocery store, and I say this all the time, I just went to the grocery store yesterday, and I had 3 bags of items, and it was $80. So it's crazy. It really is. And you're not getting much. Like the shopping that I did yesterday was just for a couple of days. I still have to go back to the grocery store. And usually what I'll do is I'll go to the regular grocery store, I'll get some items, and then I'll go to Costco, and then I'll buy some items that I can, put in the freezer and things like that and have for a period of time. But just going to the grocery store, regular grocery store, yes, $80 for 3 bags. And it wasn't even, you can't even really call it 3 bags, because one of the bags was taken up by one item. So it's crazy. But I want to know what your experience is, what your experience has been in the grocery store. So let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.